The following has been a JGN special presentation.
On October 16, 1923, Walt Disney and his brother Roy founded what we now known as the Walt Disney Company. Walt Disney's vision, his passion of storytelling continue to inspire creative development at the Walt Disney Company today. Through the last 100 years, Disney characters and their stories had touched the lives of generations of fans. They inspire the sense of wonder and encourage the belief that dreams really can come true. Focusing on the theme of wonder, our Disney 100 Years of Wonder storybook collection speaks to the many kinds of wonder inspired by Disney storytelling through the decades. These include the wonder of family, the wonder of friendship, the wonder of kindness, the wonder of adventure, and the wonder of courage. This collection shares stories from the past and the present and leaves us with excitement to see what the future holds.
Cars. It was the day of the biggest race of the year. Hotshot rookie Lightning McQueen wanted to win, but instead of winning, Lightning had a tough race. He didn't take any advice from his crew. While he was waiting for the final results, a reporter asked, "Are you sorry you didn't have a crew chief out there?" "No," said Lightning. "I'm a one-man show." Just then, an announcement came over in a loudspeaker. A tiebreaker race will be held in California in 1 week. Lightning took his one-man show on the road toward California. But while he's asleep, he accidentally fell out of the back of its truck and spun out of control. When he woke up, Lightning was carrying down the wrong side of a highway. He was completely lost, panicking. He has caught his tires on some wires, causing all kinds of damage to the road. That was when Sheriff pulled him over in the town of Radiator Springs. "You're in a heap of trouble," Sheriff said to the Lightning as he locked him up for the night. The next morning, Lightning woke up with a parking boot on one of his tires. He felt alone and confused. He looked around. All of a flashing race car could see was rusty old tow truck with a missing headlight. Lightning scrolled as the tow truck introduced himself. "My name is Mater," the tow truck said. "Mater?" "The Mater," Lightning said. "Yes, like Mater, but not with a T." Soon Sheriff showed up with a scolded Mater. "Quit your yapping and tow your delinquent road hazard to traffic court," he demanded. The judge was a gruff blue car named Doug Hudson. He was angry that Lightning had ruined their main street. He ordered Lightning to stay in the Radiator Springs and repair the pavement. But Lightning was in a rush. He wanted to get out of a town and get into the big race. Instead of fixing the road, he made a big mess. All of the other cars are in town were disappointed, but Doc was angry. He told Lightning to keep working. "Bert, are you not a bulldozer?" Lightning said to the Doc. "I'm a race car." Lightning didn't know it, but Doc was an old racing legend himself. He challenged Lightning to the race. "If you win, you go. If I win, you do the road my way," he said. Lightning quickly agreed when he tried to the race on an old dirt road. He spun right over the cliff. "You drive like you fix roads," Doc hollered down at the Lightning. "Lousy!" He told Mater to haul Lightning up from the cassette. "I was starting to think that he knowed you was going to crash," Mater said to the grumpy race car. Lightning was furious, but he got back to work, and Mater kept encouraging him. The next morning, the cars of Radiator Springs, awoke to the sound of a Mater cheering. He was driving circles on the section with smooth, nearly newly paved road. Lightning had done such a good job that even Doc was impressed. Later, on the dirt outside of a town, he gave Roki some advice. Turn right and go left. It worked. Lightning appreciated the advice. He appreciated Doc. No more one-man show. Lightning was starting to the form of some friendships, but the biggest bond of them was a Mater, who kept encouraging him. That night, Mater invited Lightning to go tractor tipping. It was scary and fun, but when we got back to town, the two felt like the best buddies. "I knew it," Mater said. "I made a good choice." "In what?" Lightning asked. "My best friend," answered Mater. The hotshot rookie smiled. He needed a good friend, and he was glad that it was Mater. Bambi. It was a lovely spring day, and the forest was buzzing with excitement. The birds began chirping the news. Chipmunks chattered in delight. Skunks and mice and even raccoons came out of their dens to race toward the little glade not far from where they lived. A little bunny named Frumper was among them. He stopped in front of a hole above him in the large tree. "Wake up, friend owl," Frumper called out. "A new prince is born." Frumper was among the first to meet the new young prince. His name was Bambi, and he was such a little fawn who still had white spots on his back. Frumper was also there when Bambi tried to take his first steps. The little deer stood up and fell right down again. Kerplunk! "He doesn't walk very good, does he?" Frumper said. He thought that little guy needed some encouragement. Then Frumper got an idea. He was Bambi's very good friend. For starters, Frumper began encouraging Bambi to try again. That's what friends do, Frumper thought. Frumper's siblings helped out too. "Get up," they cried. "Try again." They all cheered on the young prince as they struggled to stand. Frumper encouraged Bambi as he wobbled and almost fell again. It was a hard work, but soon Bambi succeeded. But then on, Bambi and Frumper were the best of friends. Frumper began to show Bambi all around forest. He showed him lots of new things. He even introduced him to some new friends. When Butterfly landed on the Bambi's tail, Bambi looked delightfully. The butterfly tickled Bambi, and the young deer giggled, laughed out loud. He liked to introduce Bambi to all of the wonderful things around him. "That's what friends do," Frumper explained to its friend. Frumper soon realized that Bambi liked exploring a lot. Frumper did too. So they explored more together. "That's what friends do," Frumper said. He showed Bambi some flowers. "Flower," Frumper said, teaching his friend a new word. Bambi began to sniff the flowers and came his nose to nose with the little skunk. "Flower," Bambi said proudly. Frumper laughed. The skunk laughed. Now all of the three were friends, and the little skunk went by a new name, Flower. Frumper and Bambi continued playing and laughing and exploring together all spring. Frumper taught Bambi more new words. He showed him fun places to run and play. They went on lots of new adventures together too. "That's what friends do," Frumper said. They found lots of new stuff, they made new friends, and they played a whole bunch. Bambi smiled and knew that this was true. A friend was a friend. And now both Frumper and Bambi knew they would be friends for a very long time. Toy Story. Woody was Andy's favorite toy. They were best friends. One day, a new toy arrived in Andy's room. His name was Buzz Lightyear. He thought he was a real space ranger, not a toy. To infinity and beyond, Buzz said. Andy loved him. He would play with Buzz all the time. Woody started to feel left out. He was sad. Didn't Andy love him anymore? Andy's family was getting ready to move. That night, they were going to the Pizza Planet for dinner. Not Pizza Hut, excuse me. Andy was allowed to take one toy with him. Woody wanted to be that one toy. He tried to push Buzz out of the way so Andy wouldn't see him. Instead of Woody accidentally pushed Buzz out of a window. The other toys in Andy's room gasped. They thought of Woody as the leader, was their friend, but this was not a friendly thing to do. Andy ended up with taking Woody to the Pizza Planet, but as their car pulled out of a driveway, Buzz ran out of the bushes and chased them. After a wild car ride, Woody and Buzz got separated from Andy's family. Eventually, they worked together and found Andy again and Pizza Planet. Unfortunately, something else caught Buzzy's eye, the spaceship crane game. Buzz still thought he was a real space ranger. He raced over to the game, thought it was a spaceship with a real ship. Woody ran to stop him. He didn't want Buzz to get captured. He was starting to think of Buzz as a friend. Unfortunately, Woody was too late to save his new buddy. Andy's neighbor, Sid, the kid who was no friend to his toys, ended up capturing Buzz. As Buzz was lifted up, Woody clung into its leg. He was trying to help. Sadly, Sid captured both toys and took them home. Sid had lots of broken toys in this house. Buzz and Woody were scared. They wanted to escape and return to Andy's house next door when they saw Sid's dog, Scud. They ran and got separated. As Buzz ducked through an open door, he saw a TV ad and was for the Buzz Lightyear toy. "It is true?" Buzz gasped. Am I really a toy? Buzz was crushed. He thought he was really a space ranger. A little while later, Sid tried a rocket to Buzz. He wanted to launch a ranger into space, but Buzz was too sad to care. Woody could see that Buzz was down and out. He could see that he needed help. He tried to free his friend from the rocket, but he couldn't. "You were right," Buzz said sadly. "I'm just a toy." Woody tried to cheer him up by pointing at Andy's room next door. "Over in the house is a kid thinks you are a greatest," he said, "and it's not because of you're a space ranger, it's because you're a toy. You're his toy." The next morning, Woody helped Buzz escape through Sid's fence. Then both toys raced after Andy's moving van. The other toys from the Andy's room tried to help them, then finally saw that Woody was helping Buzz. The two toys were friends, but Woody might have accidentally knocked Buzz out of a window before, but now he was doing everything to rescue him. Unfortunately, it was all too much. They couldn't quite get into the fast-moving truck. Then Buzz got an idea. Buzz yelled to his friend, the rocket. Woody lit light and fuse. Then he flew into the sky. What a team. The seconds later, they dropped gently through the sunroof of the Andy's car in front of a moving van. Woody and Buzz were back where they belong, with Andy. Their adventure was over, but the friendship was just beginning. Special thanks to all of the staff members of the Walt Disney Company. For more info, visit us our website at www.disney.com. That's www.disney.com. And follow us on hashtag Disney100.